It's J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I appreciate y'all for coming through another Friday fuss. We at the last Friday of May, I believe, May 20th. We might have one more Friday left, I believe, but we damn near over with. As you would say, the penultimate Friday of the month, damn near halfway through the year. It seemed like 2022 just started. We are halfway through this joint in about another week or so. A lot's going on, moving fast. My son is going on his first prom tomorrow. I'm happy for him, excited, proud of him. As you all know, that's been following, he's getting ready to go to college. He got a full scholarship, academic scholarship. He'll be going to IUPUI. I'm happy and proud for him, and I'm just so amazed at how fast life moves and how fast they grow up. I remember when I was a kid and my parents' friends would say, last time I saw you, you was this big, or man, you grow up fast. And I'd be thinking, it ain't fast to me. It's been taking forever. You just old. You don't know what you talking about. Man, wow. I really do know what they talking about now, and it really does move fast, and I'm just happy that he's having a good start to life, and that I am at least here to help him and be here to see it. Hold up. All right, I had a microphone issue, but I'm glad I'm here and help him, and here to see him, have these little milestones in his life. Thank you, Kendall, for the super chat. I appreciate the support. Definitely helps, and I'm gonna have a video to play for you for the super chat. As always, I try to play some videos and things, and I appreciate the support and the love. What's up, Samara? How you doing? Pib McKnight, what's good? Ain't seen you in a while. Kendall, you ain't lying. This month did go by fast. Next month is your birthday. Okay, happy, future birthday, Kendall. Definitely let me know in Discord so that we could wish you a happy birthday. Post, something in the birthday tab in Discord. What's up, Don Ron? I appreciate you, brother, for coming through and the support. Here's the video for you, Kendall. That's a little love song for you, sis. I appreciate the love and support. That was me in disguise doing my Hawaiian Sophie impersonation. Yeah, that's my only child. I've been raising him by myself pretty much his whole life. He 18 years old now. Been taking care of him, and I'm just happy that a lot of the plans and things I have vision for him is coming true. I always wanted him to be on the honor roll. I always wanted him to go to college, to have good credit, to get a college scholarship, to have a degree and no debt. I wanted his first job to be a career type job. Whether he stay there or not is different, but I never wanted him working, BS type jobs and getting hourly pay, or working in, industries that really don't care about you. You're just another employee. And so far, so good. I'm happy for him, and I'm proud. It's crazy to see all these things come true. And, he want to go into politics. I never thought about that part. But he want to do some things and make a difference in this world, so I'm proud of him, and I hope he's able to accomplish all of his dreams in the future. So definitely want to support him as much as I can, and hopefully he's able to make some good and some change for the better in this world. So we'll see. Definitely. Pib McKnight, you're gonna be 58 years young. Okay, definitely a blessing. I don't know if I might even make it to be that age, so definitely a blessing, and I'm happy for you, and I wish you many more healthy years. Definitely. What's up, Gina? Gina, how you doing? Good to see you as always. So it's a lot that happened this week. A lot of news stories from Rihanna being a mom and giving birth to things with what happened with the shooting in Buffalo, and just all kind of stuff going on. So I'm going to try to get into it, talk about a lot of this other stuff. And, of course, you guys have been sending me a lot of good videos on Instagram, and we'll talk about that as well. One of these stories I'm going to talk about that I wanted to do a podcast about and didn't get a chance to is this story. And I did used to have some people that like to watch these type of videos with me when I used to do movie night on Twitch. So I haven't been able to have anybody watch this type of stuff with me in Discord. And what I'm talking about is UFO type of things. So what happened is a top defense official came out publicly and said the government has received about 400 reports of UFO. This is actually a video from a jet recording a UFO. It said a pair of officials from the Department of Defense testified before a House Intelligence Subcommittee at the first public congressional hearing on UFOs in more than 50 years. It says a pair of top defense intelligence officials Tuesday laid out the federal government's efforts to collect data about unidentified aerial phenomena at the first public hearing about UFOs in 50 years. The Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence, Scott Bray, said that since the release last year of a report by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, a task force responsible for studying the phenomena, said its database has grown to approximately 400 reports of UFOs. Bray said they received a rise in reports because people have become more comfortable in sharing these encounters seen in the sky. The stigma has been reduced. Many of those new reports are actually historic reports that were narrative-based, and the report released in June 21 said that the U.S. government couldn't explain 143 of the 144 cases of UAP. That means they couldn't pretty much explain none of them. Only one they could explain out of 144. Bray said that since the early 2000s, the U.S. has seen an increasing number of unauthorized and or unidentified aircraft or objects in military-controlled training areas and other designated airspace. Reports of sightings are frequent and continuing, and it said that there's not only an increase because of the effort to destigmatize reporting them, but also because there's been an increase in unmanned aerial systems, clutter, mylar balloons, air trash, and improvements in the capabilities of sensors in U.S. airspace. Some objects cannot be properly identified, officials say, and it says, example, they had a video during the hearing taken from an airborne pilot's cockpit operating in the U.S. Navy training range that showed a spherical object fly past the aircraft. As they fly by it, they take a video. You see it looks reflective in this video, and it quickly passes by the cockpit of the aircraft. I do not have an explanation for what this object is. It says that The office's function is clear: to facilitate the identification of previously unknown or unidentified airborne objects in a methodical, logical, and standardized manner. All right, it says, and this guy is from Indianapolis, Representative Andre Carson, Democrat from Indianapolis, chairman of the House Intelligence, Counterterrorism, Counterintelligence, and Counterproliferation Subcommittee, said in his opening remarks that the hearing Tuesday was meant to bring this government effort out of the shadows. Andre Carson was elected after his, I believe, grandmother or aunt or something, Julia Carson, passed away. It was right when I moved here he got elected, and he's been there ever since, I guess. It says the stigma associated with UAPs has gotten in the way of good intelligence analysis, Carson said. Pilots avoided reporting or were laughed at when they did. Department of Defense officials relegated the issue to backroom or swept it under the rug entirely, fearful of a skeptical national security community. Today we know better. UAPs are unexplained, it's true, but they are real. They need to be investigated, and many threats they pose need to be mitigated. All right. So, with that being said, and I'll play this video, which is kind of weird how this is moving. This isn't just a piece of trash. It's actually showing some intelligence on how it's moving. Do you believe that this stuff is real? Put a 1U if you believe in UFOs, as in alien technology, not just something flying in the sky that we can't identify. Put a 2U if you don't think UFOs are real. Kendall, you say you love extraterrestrial stuff, got to come into Discord more. Yeah, you definitely got to come into Discord more. You be missing out, and I be wanting to watch some stuff, but everybody don't be ready to watch it, so I definitely could use a little partner to watch it. Even Gina said you need to come through more. That's right. Big Ron said he believed it. 1U, we aren't alone. I definitely think that, wow, this is really weird and tough in a way, because I'm not sure about aliens from another planet coming here. But I do know that this is real and something is happening. I just don't know exactly what. I don't think it's another government on Earth, though. I mean, I guess people would say, well, what would that leave? Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not exactly sure. It could be aliens from another planet. I'm not saying that that's not possible. I'm just saying I'm not sure what it is. I do know it is something. If I would have to pick a 1U or a 2U, I would pick a 1. But I'm not sure how or what is exactly going on. I got a couple other theories I'll talk about in Discord, because I got a lot of other stuff to talk about today, and I don't want to take too much time on that. But I definitely think that this is not trash or something that can be explained as a natural phenomenon. You know, I definitely don't think that. So we'll see what happens and if it turns into something else. But I definitely think something is going on. And Kendall, I agree. I think something is happening that we aren't privy to. That is definitely true. And it probably is something coming from another planet or something, you know? It probably is. It's just a lot of things going on, and half-truths and whole lies, and things getting covered up and things not being told, that it makes it confusing. If it was aliens, it's obvious they're not here to hurt us, because if they was, they could have done it already with the type of technology it would take to travel from whatever planet they came from to get here. They could easily have technology to take us out if they wanted to, or come in, more than one at a time, come in mass and attack. So I don't think they are here for attack. I have read and saw and got into a lot of other things that gets real deep down that rabbit hole, but I don't know. It's a complicated subject. If the government comes out and starts to disclose more information, I'm not sure how much I would believe or not believe, but it would be a good thing to start to get more information. So we'll see what happens, but I was definitely shocked to see that happen. All right, let's get to another story right quick. So let's see. I got so many stories over here. All right, so we all know about this Buffalo shooting that happened, but it has been some things that people didn't know about. So this person that ended up shooting these people in Buffalo this past week, he had different information on social media. And one thing they found after they arrested him is that his gun, he wrote a lot of racist language on the gun. Like he wrote, "Here's your reparations." Really? That's what he wrote. So he definitely was targeting black folks. But some of the things that he was saying, like "here's your reparations" and some of this other stuff, I can't read that close, but let's see. It said that the man that was responsible for slaughtering 10 people at a Buffalo, hold on, let me make this bigger. All right, at the Buffalo grocery store, which some people thought that it was a church. Even my son thought that he had went into a church, which I told him these people were leaving a church, but it was a grocery store. Left no question his attack was racially motivated, as evidenced by the hateful messaging emblazoned on his gun. And so it says he was only 18 years old, which he has been taught this hateful rhetoric, because in his 18 years, he's the same age as my son. He doesn't know anything about this stuff. He doesn't have any experience with racism to this effect. So he was taught this idiotic way of thinking. He 18. That means he was born in 2004, like my son, who's 18. And I'm just happy that my son is on a different path than something like this. And I would never teach my son hate, or disrespect of anybody like that. Peyton Gendron descended on the top store with a black Bushmaster XM15 assault rifle littered with racist language. "Ninja" is written on his barrel. "Here's your reparations." He wrote Dylan Roof, John Ernest, and Saigawan. That's what this was written here. I didn't know what that is. SYGAOWN. It must mean something else. It's an acronym for Stop Your Genocide Against Our White Nations. I was figuring it must have meant something else. Stop your genocide against our white nations. Black people ain't committing genocide against the white nations, and definitely don't have any power or doing anything to the white nations. That was ridiculous. It said, as you probably know, Dylan Roof is the man who killed 9 black worshipers at South Carolina church. Ernest killed one woman and shot 3 others in 2019 at a synagogue in San Diego. And what's crazy is, just like all of those other people that they just mentioned, this guy was arrested as well, not beat up, not shot, not had a scratch put on him, but the police have shot, beat up, and killed so many unarmed black men and women because they thought they were a threat. But they didn't think this man who had guns and just murdered people was not a threat. Tariq Nasheed said this confirmed white supremacists specifically went to a low-income black neighborhood in Buffalo, New York to carry out a mass shooting. These type of white supremacists are allowed to sit online and plot these attacks, and nothing is done to thwart this type of anti-black terrorism. The Buffalo shooter wrote a 180-page manifesto largely about replacement theory, a false narrative that white people are being overtaken by people of color and Jews, which is very false because black people is only 13% of this nation, and Jews are less than that. And the things that they are, that's why you have to stop people when they're spreading false information, whether they black, white, Hispanic, whatever. If a person is speaking information that is not correct, you stop them, because that can grow into all kind of thoughts, theories, hatred, and if it's not based off of reality and nonsense, then you can have people do extreme things or think extreme things based off of a lie or false information. Whenever I'm encountered with somebody with false information, I always stop them, correct them, look stuff up, show them facts. Of course, majority of the time, people want to believe these false narratives so bad, they don't want to be confronted with the information or the truth, because then they can't justify their hatred or narratives that they want to keep going. But if you are trying to keep a narrative or hatred going off of false information, the problem is you as well, because it's not based off of reality. You can't do that. So never base yourself off of false information. This dude got into military camouflage with all these guns at 18 years old to do this damage. Not only did he kill these people and take their lives, he ruined his own life now. He ruined his own life at 18 years old for nonsense that wasn't even true. And now what? You see? And it's just crazy. Another thing is that I do support people having legal gun, carry gun, licenses, concealed carry license, whatever it is that you need in your state. Because had he walked in there with those weapons and 30 to 40 people in the store, or, give or take, all carrying guns, they would have lit his ass up if they would have all started shooting back at him. Yeah, he may have still killed or hurt somebody, but he wouldn't have been able to do that to a bunch of people are defenseless. Despite what the media portrays, majority of black folks do not carry a gun. And majority of older people don't carry a gun. And so he knew going there, he was pretty much dealing with a bunch of people that wasn't going to be able to fight back, and he could do whatever he wanted to them, which that's just crazy. So he definitely deserves all that he got coming to him. And I got a good Instagram post that was sent to me. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Shout out to Don Ron, Big Ron. Let's see what it is right here. Let me see. So this white guy actually make a good point right here. And I'm going to play this video, and you all tell me what you think about this white dude. Don't forget to put the hashtag JAYMOOREREVIEWS in the comments. Depending on how many entries we get, we'll decide if it's going to be a giveaway or not. All right, let's take a look at this video.
You have a white boy who just killed 10 fucking people and not a scratch on him, not shot at, not pushed to the ground, not punched, not kicked, not treated like fucking shit. Nothing. This is clear fucking white privilege, and black people can't even sleep in their own goddamn fucking homes without being shot at by the fucking police. White people, you need to fucking admit that you got fucking white privilege. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. We are, as white people, protected by the goddamn fucking system, and I know you don't want to fucking change it. That's why you don't speak on it, but I don't give a fuck. My name's Eric Stone, because it's fucking true. Deuces.
He sound like he hang with black folks at the end.
So here you have a white boy who just killed 10 fucking people and not a scratch on him, not shot at, not pushed to the ground, not punched, not kicked, not treated like fucking shit. Nothing. This is clear fucking white privilege, and black people can't even sleep in their own goddamn fucking homes without being shot at by the fucking police. White people, you need to fucking admit that you got fucking white privilege. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. We are, as white people, protected by the goddamn fucking system, and I know you don't want to fucking change it. That's why you don't speak on it, but I don't give a fuck. My name's Eric Stone, because it's fucking true. Deuces.
Deuces. Deuces. You know, the truth is, he was right. I mean, definitely, if that person was black, they probably would have been killed. They wouldn't even have been able to walk out the store, especially if they went into a white neighborhood and shot up a bunch of innocent white people shopping at a store. They would have probably lit him up, burnt the body after he was done. This dude was able to be arrested and apprehended, and that just goes to show police do know how to do their job when they want to. They always make it seem that they were aware, they were afraid for their safety, and they weren't able to safely do something, but they were able to safely arrest this guy and guys like him after committing violent crimes. Why are they not able to do that when it's a black person or a person of color? I don't understand that. That's a mystery to me. It just goes to show that they are able to do what they want to do, and that's what they wanted to do, and that's what they didn't want to do. Because if they wanted to, they could arrest them. So, you know, they always make it seem that their life was in danger and fearing for their safety, and it was no possible way to do this stuff. But that's a bunch of bull, because time and time again, they've already shown us they could. So people talk about police reform, police training, and this, that, and the other. They already are trained to do it. They've done it before plenty of times. They don't want to. Their mind is made up, let alone all the people that they have taken out that are unarmed. That's just insane. So we'll see. It won't make a difference, so I don't even know. It ain't nothing we can see with this. Now, shout out to Ron again. Ron sent me a lot of stuff this week. So here's another video that he sent me, which this is really crazy. Ladies, you gotta sometimes be careful and pick up on the signs that weirdos and racists and psychos leave, because at the end of the day, yeah, they wrong and they shouldn't do it, but if they decide to do something, you're not prepared to deal with it majority of the time. So don't put yourself in harm's way is all I'm saying. Now, what really made me mad about this video is that it's a black dude walking in the aisle, and he just seemed to be just like waiting for them to finish. Now, we don't see the whole video in its entirety, so I don't know if he did tackle this dude, but if it would have been me, if I was that dude, I would have picked his ass up and slammed him on his head. Straight up. He'd have got laid out. Like, man, this old dude would have got taken out with the quickness had I saw this going down. But anyway, let's play this video. You all tell me what you think.
10 seconds. It was punch after punch after punch.
I never thought I would be in like a situation like that, ever. I walked into the gas station, he came in after me and was just like ranting and raving about y'all's kind and y'all need to go back and all this other stuff.
While she was buying gas at the counter, she says the man was making racial remarks and was standing close to her, so she asked for some space.
And he didn't back up. I told him like, you know, like I could just call my dad or whatever. He was telling me like he had his gun in his car. So at that point I felt threatened. And then he put his beers on the counter in front of my stuff and I slid them over. And at that point, that's when he started punching me in the face.
Let's take the video frame by frame. She's facing him, his leg at the bottom of the screen. You can see her arm move. Then he swings and punches her in the face.
I was literally shocked. After the first hit, you could see my mouth drop. Like when he first hit me, I was just like, whoa. And then he kept hitting me. I want like real charges to be brought to him, not just something simple. Like this is an actual hate crime based on everything he was saying, and it's happening all over, like to other people. And I just don't want it to happen to somebody else, like in my neighborhood.
And she says it starts by having him arrested. For about 10 seconds, it was punch after punch after punch.
I never thought I would be in like a situation like that, ever. I walked into the gas station, he came in after me and was just like ranting and raving about y'all's kind and y'all need to go back and all this other stuff.
While she was buying gas at the counter, she says the man was making racial remarks and was standing close to her, so she asked for some space.
And he didn't back up. I told him like, you know, like I could just call my dad or whatever. He was telling me like he had his gun in his car. So at that point I felt threatened. And then he put his beers on the counter in front of my stuff and I slid them over. And at that point, that's when he started punching me in the face.
Let's take the video frame by frame. She's facing him, his leg at the bottom of the screen. You can see her arm move. Then he swings and punches her in the face.
I was literally shocked. After the first hit, you could see my mouth drop. Like when he first hit me, I was just like, whoa. And then he kept hitting me. I want like real charges to be brought to him, not just something simple. Like this is an actual hate crime based on everything he was saying, and it's happening all over, like to other people. And I just don't want it to happen to somebody else, like in my neighborhood.
And she says it starts by having him arrested.
So, ladies, one thing you never do is say, I'm going to call somebody or this or that, because they're never going to get there fast enough for when you need it right then and there. Whether it's call the police, call your daddy, boyfriend, husband, whatever. That's why I definitely believe in being strapped. Also, don't go back and forth with no man, because you don't know that dude. And if he decides to do something wild, it putting you in a bad situation. Unless you strapped and you could put one in his ass right then and there if he decide to take it there. Other than that, I wouldn't. So then you don't hesitate either if you do have it, because you can't pull it out, hesitate, and they take it from you and use it against you. So, you know, if you do have it, you got to be ready to put one on them right then and there. Ain't no hesitation. Ain't no nothing. Fumbling around. None of that. Because it definitely could get ugly if you do that and they take it from you. And this dude, it's crazy. They were both wearing damn near identical matching clothes too. At first I thought they was together. But where does everybody, these white people coming with black folks are taking over? Black folks have nothing. We have in this country less than 1/2 of 1% of the country's wealth. You know, black people, African Americans, have next to zero ownership in major corporations, you know, or any type of leadership positions is few and far between in major corporations. You know, government positions is next to none. If you look at all of the government positions across the country, all of the political offices across the country, I mean, you have very few African Americans as elected representatives overall. I mean, they make it seem as if it's an influx of African Americans, which is ridiculous. You know, for every Jay-Z or Oprah or Kanye West that you may see, it's 1 million or more that are on the exact opposite end of the spectrum. So they are very rich. You got 1 million, 2 million that are extremely poor or more. So, you know, they prop up these handful of people, and the truth is they are not the representation of the majority of African Americans. So I don't understand why they are coming with this rhetoric as if African Americans are taking over. And just like that 18-year-old talking about here's your reparations. This boy ain't paid no taxes and worked hardly his damn self. How long he been working? He only 18. Couldn't have been working no more than 2-3 years. What? He think it's gonna hurt him? I mean, this is crazy. Encouraging warrior, you say Trump got them extra bold ever since January 6th. That is true. That is true. And that's the whole power of debunking lies and confronting people on both sides, whether it's somebody that is on your side or somebody that's not on your side of an argument. You have to confront them when they are wrong. You have to show them the information to the contrary. Because when people support lies or information just because it agrees with a narrative that they already like, then that creates false narratives, and it also makes people think something that's not true. I mean, these people out here are believing a bunch of information that is not accurate, supporting a narrative that is not true, and I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, BB, you're right. You say I disagree. They have been bold, and blacks acting like this is new, and it isn't. In all actuality, it's not new. That's true, but is this kind of reawakened and now more in your face again, whereas it wasn't so much in your face and was kind of subtle for a while. It kind of started with Obama being elected and all of this stuff coming out, and the Tea Party and all these things that come out because of him being elected, you know. And with Trump is a creation of Obama being elected. If Obama wasn't elected, Trump would have never got elected. Trump wouldn't have been who he was. You know, all the stuff about he ain't born here, birth certificate, all the stuff he was saying about Obama, you know, it's all because of that. So, you know, Trump exists because of the hatred of a black man becoming president, and the things that he lied about, said, and made up without any evidence to support anything he would say has emboldened more people to support narratives and lies and headlines that aren't true, but them headlines and narratives sound good and goes with things they already agree with, so they run with it. And they just watch the president say and do all kind of things to people to their face. So that's why Charlottesville happened, and all this other stuff has been happening ever since. So I think it kind of just got reawakened as being up front in your face again, whereas before it wasn't. It was more, you know, under the radar, subverted, and quiet, and now it's all back in your face, and it's a mess. It definitely is a mess, and people don't know who to trust, what to watch, what to listen to. They don't want to trust the media, but then they still trust the media, just the media that has talking points they agree with. You see what I'm saying? And then in their mind, that media doesn't lie. Probably because it says things they already believe and agree with. And the other media lies probably because it doesn't say things or support narratives that they agree with. So with that being said, it's like either you agree with me or you're a liar. And that's just not how the world or life works. Sometimes you find new information out or hear things that you didn't know. And it may go against what you believed. That doesn't mean it's a lie. It just means that you just learned something new. And maybe you should readjust what you were thinking. You don't live and die in that lie because it agrees or supports a point that you want to make. You know, that's not mature. But a lot of people choose to do that. And it's very unfortunate. It's frustrating for the country and for everybody. And who knows where we may be with that type of thing going on. Alright, let's see. I got a lot of good stuff coming on. I'm trying to see what we got here. So what do you all think about Lil Meech getting arrested for the theft of that watch? I'll break it out. Hold on. So Lil Meech, he just got arrested for this week for taking a watch and not paying for it. It was a $250 Robert Mill watch, and he put down an $80,000 Rolex as a down payment. He didn't pay the remaining balance. He even tried to trade the watch in for a different watch. And what happened is they had a warrant out for his arrest. He was arrested. Now he's been released. And here's a little clip of that. All right, and then I'll tell you a little bit about it. I also did a podcast about this subject.
We just bailed my nigga out because we gotta finish season 3. So we gotta finish season 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the bail was like what, 1.2 mil?
It was like 1.4.
1.4, yeah.
My boy got me out though, my brother.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Never gotta worry about
exactly. You know, we had that shit in cash and it's tucked in the corner. Yo, I just want y'all to know we just bailed my nigga out because we gotta finish season 3. So we gotta finish season 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the bail was like what, 1.2 mil?
It was like 1.4.
1.4, yeah.
My boy got me out though, my brother.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Never gotta worry about
exactly. You know, we had that shit in cash and it's tucked in the corner. Yo, I just want y'all to know we just bailed my nigga out because we gotta finish season 3. So we gotta finish season 2, 3.
So it's saying that after posting a 1.4 million bond, he is assured that BMF series will resume with no interruptions. So what I think happened is that hanging with millionaire rappers, 50 Cent and others, he probably felt under the pressure to keep up with the Joneses and ball like them. And the reason that this jeweler press charges is because it's not going to go on your credit report that you don't have this watch. I mean, that man want that watch so he could sell it to somebody else. And what happened is because he's not a multi-million-dollar person, they don't have property that they could put a lien on and take. And they wanted to make him look bad and also recover that watch. Had he been 50 Cent, then they could have sued him and got the money back and sued him for damages. But because he don't have it like that yet, by him being the first time actor where he was with BMF, and they made him audition and go through a lot of changes, so it wasn't handed to him. For being a co-star of a show, he probably got paid scale for that role or a little bit more, which means that he got anywhere from a minimum of $20,000 a week while shooting for each episode. $20,000 an episode, I mean. $20,000 an episode while shooting. Or it's between minimum $20,000 to probably around $40,000 per episode. So, you know, he probably made minimum of, you know, a couple $100,000, and he wanted to buy a watch, you know, because they only did 8 episodes. So if it was at the 20, he could have made a minimum of $160,000 for that 8 episodes. Or, you know, if he the guy played, you know, the 40, that's what, like $320. And, you know, an $80,000 watch is already good enough. And trying to hang with these millionaires and stuff, trying to do what they do, it probably, he being young, he wanted to be in a lane that he not ready for yet. And one of the keys to life, and you probably normally don't learn this till you get older, is stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Do what's appropriate for you. When I did the podcast, I was saying that I got a chance to possibly get a nicer item. I was talking about a car. Say I can get a car that's really nice and I would love to have it. Maybe I could afford it. But maybe it might be a little bit more than I would want to pay, but I could afford it, or a stretch. But at the end of the day, am I really doing it on that level? No. Just because I could get it don't mean I'm really on that level. And when I was talking to the person and they were trying to get it, I said, you know what? Don't get that for me. Try to get this other one for me that's a step lower, because the truth is I'm not on that level. I'm not doing it like that, and that ain't for me. You know, don't get me wrong. I would love to have it. And if you do get it at a really, really, really good price, oh, well, what the hell? But for the most part, I'm not doing it like that. I don't need that. And I'm not trying to impress nobody. So I should just get this other one, which is still really nice. And if you're able to get that for a really great price, I would love to jump on it. And that's how you should do in life, man. Don't overextend yourself. Pay for things or do things more than the level you on. I just had to get my bathroom remodeled at my house because a lot of things was going wrong with the bathroom. And I could have got a couple additions put in there that was better. But again, it ain't always about being cheap. It's about the level I'm on. Should I have been trying to put a hot tub in there and do this or that? I probably could have afforded it, but this ain't that level. I ain't on the hot tub level and all that. So I ain't trying to do it like that. Just get a regular, nice bathtub. Let's just stay within this little budget, which is still a lot to me. And, you know, I ain't trying to impress and do all this and that. Now, had I have been things different for me, maybe I would. But it's not. So I'm going to stay on the level I'm on. And ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. Never fake it. I don't believe in fake it till you make it. I believe in just work it till you make it. Just keep putting in the work until you get to where you want to be. I don't like to fake it until I make it. What if you don't make it? That means you lived a lie. You faked it too much. I just rather, some people believe that that's in their mind, and if you fake it till you make it, you'll make it because you believed that you made it already. I don't mind you believing in yourself or believing that you're going to make it. I just don't like to fake it. I don't like to front, and I think that keeps me at a grounded position in life. And I don't do too much more than what I can do. I don't buy stuff I can't really afford. I try not to spend stuff. Yeah, I may buy a lot of shoes and stuff, but you know, that's $100, $200. It's not really that expensive. I don't go and buy them for the markup price for $300, $400, $500, $600. Now I can't do it like that. If I can't get them for retail, normally I don't get them unless it's something I really, really wanted. And I'll still try to work out something with that. But for the most part, I get them for retail price. And if I don't get them, like today, I got 2 pair on the raffle at StockX. That was great because I got to pay regular price. Would I have paid $300, $400 or whatever for them? Heck to the no. So try to always stay in your lane in life, you know. Don't try to do more than you can. And even if you got the money, it's always something better that you could do with the money. And even when I got money, it's harder for me to spend money when I got it. When I don't have money, I can think of ways to spend it in things I want to buy. But when I got it, I really don't want this. I really don't need that. And if I had an $80,000 Rolex, I'm good. I mean, the chances of him actually using his watch to tell time is probably slim to none. He probably look at his phone when he want to know the time any damn way. So that was crazy. Anyway, let me get to this other story before we get up out of here. Let me see. These middle school students in Buffalo, they were 6 of them were seen spelling out a racial slur in Florida. And, you know, make a long story short, they're being disciplined, but at the same time, it's not much they can do because they're youth. But these kids were supporting hate speech. And again, Florida already is more racist than people realize. It definitely was more racist than I ever imagined. And I was shocked when I found out when I was there, a lot of the stuff that happened to me in Florida. So definitely different. Let's see, but there's not much they could do about it at this point, unfortunately. All right, let's see. Hold on. Did you guys know that in Buffalo, a 911 operator was called, and that 911 operator actually hung up the phone? So a 911 dispatcher accused of hanging up on one of the callers from the Buffalo shooting has been put on leave and is facing some disciplinary action. The dispatcher was benched after the top supermarket employee said she was berated for whispering as she called for help during the massacre. A 911 dispatcher was placed on leave after a worker at the Buffalo, New York supermarket targeted by a mass shooter said her call for help was rudely cut off as she hid from the gunman. I was whispering because I could hear him close by, the top supermarket assistant manager, who gave her name only as Letitia, told Buffalo TV station WGRZ by phone. When I whispered on the phone to 911, the dispatcher started yelling at me, saying, "Why are you whispering? You don't have to whisper." And then she hung up in my face. It says right here, during the interview, it says the individual who took that call is now on administrative leave pending a disciplinary hearing. The dispatcher has worked for the county for 8 years. He added that the employee's action had no bearing on the dispatching of the call, as the call received a police response in roughly 30 seconds. A gunman fueled by racist hatred attacked the supermarket on Saturday, shooting 13 people and killing 10. The accused killer said he targeted the market because of its predominantly black neighborhood, and most of the victims were black. In her now viral interview, Letitia says she dropped to the floor when the shooting started and tried to call 911. After the dispatcher berated her for whispering, she says she explained, "Ma'am, he's in the store. He's shooting. It's an active shooter. I'm scared for my life." And then she said something crazy to me, and then she hung up. The worker says she then called her boyfriend, who called 911 for help. She told the same story to Buffalo News, who reported that she has worked at that supermarket for 13 years. You can watch her interview shared by former Buffalo mayoral candidate India Walton below. So, what do you think should happen to this 911 dispatcher? And, you know, this is crazy. It says this one person, Dumpster Baby, as a 911 operator, why in the whole hell would you question and get mad at someone for whispering when they told you there's an active shooter near their hiding spot, and then you hang up? It seems there's always something going on, huh? And this person, I don't know what should be the punishment to this 911 operator for doing what they did. I mean, that is crazy. I don't know what to say to this. Samara said jail. Erlene said fire. I think that firing is obvious, but I don't know if it's enough. Jail, I don't know if that is what should be done. I feel like jail should be done, but trying not to have emotions charged, intervene, I'm not sure. One Journey says she should be charged with murder. Now, I definitely don't think that, but I get where you're coming from. I'm thinking something along the line of between, she definitely got to get fired, but that ain't enough. Charged with murder is too much. Maybe some jail, house arrest, fines. I'm not sure. BAP, they still dispatched the police, so I think they should be fired. Yeah, but she had to make another call, which basically was risking her life a second time. What if she got caught and killed with that, and then the emotional stress of having to call twice, getting hung up on while you trying to ask for help. But at the end, you can't say what if all the time, because it didn't happen. But that was still a hell of a thing to go through. I would have been furious if I'm calling for help and you hung up on me, and now I gotta call again and explain everything and whisper all over again. That's crazy. What's up, Bap? How you been? I hope everything been good with you. Check in on Discord. Big Ron, you say she definitely should be fired and not allowed to have a civil servant job ever again in life, with 24 months in jail. Okay. I definitely believe she shouldn't probably have that type of job again. I'll go with that. 24 months, that's 2 years. Woo! 2 years. But I get it. Because like I said, I would definitely be furious that I would have had to call a second time. Sue her ass. She probably ain't got no money, but I get you. I don't know. We'll see. Slim said, just fired, no more than that. Well, that ain't nothing. But anyway, people died, you know, but who knows? We'll see. Chances are she was probably white, and the slap on the wrist is all she'll get. Just fired and go on about your day, get another good job, and move on while all these people died and went through all this emotional stress in life. So who knows, man, how it all plays out. But I do think that would be getting off easy. All right, let's see. I got one more video right quick, and then we're going to get up out of here. Let's see how many entries we have for the raffle as well. We got 10 entries for the raffle, so I'm not going to do a giveaway with only 10 entries. I mean, that ain't a lot of entries for the raffle. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Maybe we get it again for another one. All right, here we go. I was trying to get this going. All right. All right, this is something that I was going to play on Tuesday, and I might still play it on Tuesday, but I'll play it for now. You guys tell me what you think about this video. Shout out to Ron for sending me this video. It's an 8th grader told a woman that she wants 2 kids and not marriage, because if she was married, she can't collect child support. So this girl has been brainwashed into having a goal of having kids so she can collect child support. That's why she wants kids, so she can get money. That's her goal. Listen to this.
Great girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said that she wanted to have 2 kids. So I said, so are you going to have a husband? And she said, nope. And I said, please tell me why you would choose in the 8th grade to have a goal of having 2 kids and not be married. She said, because if I'm married to him, I can't collect child support. And then she said, why should I marry a man that I have kids by? He might have issues or something. He might be on drugs. And I said, well, if he's too bad to be your husband, do you really think he's going to make a better father? 8th grade girls, and I asked them to tell me what their goals were. This one particular young lady said,
and that's crazy. She talking about he may have problems. Well, why would you have kids with him? Why would you sleep with him? And if he got problems, what makes you think he's going to work and have a steady income? And how much would that income be? And that you think you're going to have 2 kids, not just 1, but 2 kids with this individual, and you want to collect money off of him for the next 18 years as if he would be a reliable source of income. And for a girl in 8th grade to even conceive of something like this is ridiculous. The women in her life are doing a horrible job and a horrible disservice to this young girl by putting this crap in her head, thinking that this is a viable option for life, that you want kids to get child support. Talking about, I didn't want to get married because then I can't get child support. You idiot. And I don't really blame the girl. I'm blaming whoever brainwashed her to think this way. Because in 8th grade, she didn't come up with this on her own. In 8th grade, that didn't even cross my mind about child support and kids. And no girl, I ain't never heard a girl say nothing like that ever. Close, not even close to that when I was in 8th grade. Now, I know times have changed and kids a little more savvy about child support and this, that, and the other. But that is ridiculous. And these parents are doing a horrible job because that's her goal, not to have an education or a career or to get married even. She wants babies, and that's the paycheck. And she can lay on her ass and get paid. That is crazy. And definitely a downfall for our society with people thinking that way. And it's unfortunate that you see a lot of black folks thinking like that. You don't see 8th grade white kids saying, I want to have 2 babies so I can collect child support. That is ridiculous. You know, that is just very heartbreaking and sad. And yeah, definitely learn behavior. I agree, Kendall, 100%. And they are definitely teaching this girl the wrong way. And I would never, ever want my son to find or be with some girl like that. That would break my heart. I don't care how big her booty is or small or whatever else is or big or whatever. That girl is trouble and not a suitable mate. And one thing I told my son is, don't be with somebody just for the looks. Be with somebody because, of course, they treat you right and they love you. But also, more importantly, make sure they got a good head on their shoulders, because that's going to last longer than looks. It is some women that still look beautiful as they age. And it's a lot of people whose mind will stay beautiful longer than they looks. And that's who you really want. And if you find a woman with both, then you really winning. But definitely don't get with nobody that thinks that your ding-a-ling is a damn check that they gonna get paid off of your work and your earnings for the rest of your life, 18 years, while they sit and do nothing. That's crazy. That definitely is a damn shame. So, you know, definitely a problem. And I'm glad I was able to be here to teach him the right way. I hope it works, and I hope he listens. And I definitely pray and hope he don't fall into no trap like that. All right, about to get off. Couple things to watch. HBO got a new special with George Carlin documentary. Excellent documentary. I watched part 1 tonight. Damn, it was good. 2-hour documentary. And part 2 is going to be excellent. George Carlin is one of my favorite comedians of all time. Legend. Everything he said is true. Still true to this day. It's amazing how much he put so much truth and facts and knowledge into his material. And part 2 will be on tomorrow. If you guys want, we could watch part 1 in Discord tonight. Also, Sam J has brought season 2 of the show Pause back out. So that first episode is actually playing now. And I'm going to watch that again tonight as well. And, of course, you all know I love me some Bill Maher. And so I got to check out what old Bill is talking about tonight. So 3 things to check out if you guys want to watch. All new content came out tonight. Check it out. And everybody, you all be safe. We need to get these views up and more participation in the raffle giveaways, or else I guess it was fun while it lasted. And I guess, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Everything ain't meant to be forever. I definitely would like to continue doing the raffle, but we got to get more participation. I didn't just, you know, start doing it to give stuff away to the same people over and over again, or to only have 10 or 11 people participate. We need to get more participation. I mean, hell, one person can do 3 entries on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So who knows how many people this is, but it's not a lot. And I would like to get at least 30 a night minimum. So let's get more participation in there. Share on Facebook. You can make clips. Share the clips on, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff, Twitch. And, let's get more people to come on in on Fridays. And let's talk about some of these topics, as well as have a couple little jokes, see a couple crazy things on Instagram. I'll see y'all on Sunday, where we'll talk about the baby and, a couple other shows. We'll see. I might watch again. It wasn't that bad. Time Traveler's Wife, Barry. And, everybody have a good weekend. Be safe. Good night. I appreciate all of you all for coming through and rocking with me. It's a lot of places you could have been, a lot of shows you could have watched, but you came here for an hour and watched with me. Listen to the podcast. If you're listening, I appreciate you as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast on iTunes. I definitely appreciate all of you all's support. And I do know the names of people that come every week. I appreciate you. Definitely. I'll be in Discord after this where we can talk, chop it up. If you want to join the channel and be a part of the Discord family, I just put the link in the chat. Go ahead, join up. I'll see you there. Everybody have a good night, good weekend, and I'm out of here. Peace.